right, welcome back to the
What are you doing? That's my line.
podcast. I
2
can't
weeks in a row and you're going to steal it again?
remember the name of the podcast.
3 wheels. Oh, my bad. That's not the right one.
3 Wheels, No Direction. Is that? Oh, that's the other podcast I'm involved with. Hey,
Traitor.
yeah. If you want to listen to another podcast because you know you love this one and you want to hear another one that's just as good,
This is not a plug for the other podcast.
3 Wheels, No Direction. Spell out 3. Everywhere you get your podcasts.
Anyway, next.
Just saying. But I did.
Stop taking my lines.
I did forget for a second the name of the podcast.
Stop taking my lines. This is mine.
Anyway.
Welcome back, folks.
Yeah.
To this, that, and the other.
How are you, honey?
I'm fine.
Sitting
Been waiting on you all day.
What, to do this?
Yes.
I've been busy.
No, you ain't.
I have been very
No, you
busy.
ain't.
I have pressure washed. I got my oil changed in the truck. What else? I cut grass yesterday evening till dark, till it came a thunderstorm. Got rained on a little bit. That's it.
That's
I've
it.
been busy.
You've been nothing.
I sprayed poison
You
to
have
kill
no
weeds.
time for me.
That real good poison
I've been off since Tuesday.
that causes
Wednesday.
possible cancer.
I've been waiting all week long to do this. And
I'm
you
trying
just
to talk
keep
about
on.
what I've done. So I sprayed at my mom's house, got it taken care of. Yard looks good over there. Getting ready to paint her little building. Got that going on. And then, yeah, you've been on vacation. Tell us about your...
I've been on staycation.
Ain't it nice you don't have to go on vacation with me since I don't take vacations?
That's right. Y'all worked.
We worked. You were home alone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Basically,
Yeah, but y'all don't stay out and work long enough.
well, we roll in and I've got stuff to do. I don't stay inside, so I'm not bothering you. And then when I come in, you're like, oh, where have you been? Why
You
ain't you
bother
been
me.
inside?
You
When
bother
I'm
me.
inside, you're like, can't you go do something?
You didn't do anything I asked you to do.
I'm actually wearing long socks right now. And you get on to me all the time because I've got a drawer full of the colorful, like character long socks. And I tell you,
Where's this going?
Well, I'm
We're
just-
talking about what we were doing.
well, I'm
and
just
now
no, I'm
you're
talking about you
throwing
getting
it on the socks.
No, I'm going.
But guess what else he's wearing? Slides.
Actually, I'm not wearing slides.
Ugh.
I'm shoeless right now. My point being is that I've got all these long socks that y'all buy me for Christmas, and I've told you no more. Please don't, because I only wear these character socks on Sunday to church. Okay,
Well, that sounds like a problem.
and then I get like
Wear
four
them
or
during
five
the week.
4 or 5 pair for Christmas. I'm like, stop with it. I can't go through the rotation. So anyway, so I've just started, when I get home, I just dig in there and put on, I've got shorts on, and I'll put on it like right
You
now.
got Monopoly socks on.
I got Monopoly socks on, and yeah, so then she starts questioning me about that. So, I mean, my goodness, I don't.
Anyway, so you still hadn't done
Just-
what I asked you to do.
Just fed up. What'd you ask me to do? Like during the podcast or
No, I asked you 2 days ago to do this.
2 days ago?
See, that's where I'm at on his list.
I'm thinking 2 days. What? I don't know.
I asked you to take my Easter stuff down so I could put it up. Yes, I still have Easter stuff, but it's spring stuff. It's bunnies. It don't all say Easter.
She claims these are spring bunnies, not
They're
Easter
bunnies. They're carrots. They're flowers.
And she might
And
could
it
get
says Happy Spring.
and she might could get away with this with anybody else, but you know how I feel about. That's the thing.
Well, you know what? I asked you to take it down, and you ain't took it down, so it's on you now. So,
I haven't even noticed it. I notice everybody else's
yeah,
decorations.
he don't notice ours.
I get on everybody else about leaving their decorations up like a month past the holiday, and then now I look around, I have some Easter rabbits hanging around the house. I'm like, what?
Rabbits are spring.
I don't have the
not
right to say anything.
Easter.
We get done with this. I tell you what. You do a good job on this podcast, on this episode. I'll go in and I'll take them all
We
down.
can leave them up as long as you want.
Yeah.
It don't bother me. I like them. They're colorful.
It's looking that way.
It don't bother me. They're spring.
Mm.
But I'm ready to put my summer stuff out, so you need to take them down.
What? I mean, you say summer stuff. What does that mean? Like what?
I usually do red, white, and blue stuff for summer.
Yeah. Patriotic.
Yeah.
You can never go wrong. That's 12 months out of the year, though. But really,
you'll never notice it, so
well,
until I tell you to put it up and take it down.
well, the funny thing is, the flag we have in our mailbox, is it like what is that called?
Yeah, a garden flag.
A garden flag.
That's another thing. I told you we got some and told you where to go look for them, and you ain't looked for them yet.
Well, first of all, when I took the tattered one down, you said you had one. You just had to find it, and then now you're throwing it back on me.
And I looked, and I told you it's not where I thought it was. It's in a different tote, so now it's on you.
Wow, we just sound like enemies. Anybody that listens to this episode,
I'm done with you.
They're like, it's over.
I'm done.
You stay over there. I'll stay over here.
You go back to work. I'm staying home.
Look over in this direction again.
I think I might just quit my job.
No, I'll be nice to you now.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to work.
Nope.
Anyway, so red, white, and blue and all that stuff. I don't
have much.
We got like one of those signs that you hang or you lean against a wall or like at the front door that says welcome maybe in red, white, and blue or...
Well, I think it says summer. Had a rug, but it got torn up.
Dogs?
Yep. Not even our dogs.
Neighbor's dog. There for a while, the neighbor's dog was tearing up everything.
Everything.
I mean, you'd set something down, you could watch, and they'd run up and grab it and run off with it. Actually, took Nicholas's cleats. I called him. He was halfway up the yard, and I called him with it. Got it back. Expensive $120 cleats. And it ain't a dog toy.
Boys in their shoes.
I know. And he's talking about getting some more cleats, and I'm like, buddy,
he don't even do anything with them.
I know. But he
needs to pay grocery bill.
He loves to exercise. He works out. Him and his friends. He's got some friends they work out with. He's on this protein shakes. Now he's into making.
But he eats junk.
He does eat junk, but I mean, what do you do? But he is good about eating no sugar, like Gatorade. And now he's got he's doing is it like a smoothie? He's got the fresh... I don't know
what the world he's doing.
Yeah, fresh fruit. He's got like bananas, blueberries, some other stuff, Greek yogurt, and he's putting it in our little blend jet, and he's making a little smoothie thing every night. And I mean, he goes and works out, so I mean, he's doing better than I do. He's got some definition.
I don't know about that.
I think thinks he's got more definition than what he's got. He thinks he's Mr. Hot Stuff, doesn't he?
But then he comes in and whines about his little lip being red.
He's a hypochondriac, isn't he?
I think he is.
He's always got something.
My lip's red right here. What you think that's from? Well, I don't know. You probably bit it.
Is one of my cheek bigger than the other?
Anyway.
My heel hurts. What do you think it is? It's always something.
I know. He's playing basketball now, and all I can think, he always gets hurt playing basketball.
Oh, he'll be
crying when he gets home.
Yeah. I need to go get an x-ray. It'll be something like that.
Anyway.
That's funny. He's a funny guy.
Are we done yet?
So, yeah, here we go. Here we go. 9 minutes in, and she's ready to shut her down. So, what did you do on your 3-day staycation? That says a lot right there.
I done a little bit of everything. I done clothes. I done washed clothes.
All right, so I
washed sheets. I washed blankets.
Let's say not like normal stuff. Did you do anything that's not normal?
I made a lot of content for my nails.
Did you? Like what? Just videos?
Yeah. I cleaned up my back room a little bit. My office. Call it my office.
I saw you decorated a little shelf thing on the wall on your greenery.
Yeah, I put out some decorations in my room. Because you won't take my spring decorations down so I can put up my
always
summer decorations.
You can do it.
I can't do it. I can't reach it.
I don't think you've said anything to me about it, but I'll get blamed for it.
2 days ago, I said, will you take this down so I can get it put up?
I don't even remember you saying that. In the back? In that back room?
No, in the room down there before you walk into the house. The little shelves you made me down there. I told you if you'll take that stuff down and put it on the table, and you said okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. So, it's still there.
The Easter stuff?
Bunnies. One of the signs says Happy Spring.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about something totally different. I thought you were talking about your little office back there, taking this. I know what you're talking about with that.
No, I mean that down
there.
No. So anyway, I get put on the back burner so my Easter stuff can just stay up another month.
So what else did you do?
I didn't do nothing.
It was nice though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I cooked supper. Thursday, I think I started cooking supper at like 3:30.
Trying to think what I was doing Thursday. Was I cutting grass?
Yeah. I started cooking at 3. Like, so when I'm home, I don't hardly ever eat. Except for today, I've ate. That's all I've done is eat. I feel like I don't know, but.
Well, all I know is when I got home, there's like 10 pizzas sitting like everywhere in the kitchen.
Well.
Because Nicholas is...
Josh is here, so
Yeah,
I'm not cooking
here.
today, and I don't want to cook tomorrow, so I just thought, well, I'll just get pizza for 2 days. They
So-
can just eat pizza.
Yeah, he's
And
spending...
I have leftovers from last night, so.
So he's spending the night, so we'll have 2 boys, so... Yeah, they can tear up some pizzas.
So anyway, I cooked a big supper Thursday, and then you didn't hardly eat.
Sorry, I had to get a sip of my Pepsi.
You ate no green beans. You had no greens on your plate.
You know, the way I eat, I go...
It's weird.
Well, tell the people why. Is it weird? I don't know. What are you going to
Eats
say?
one thing at a time. And so he'll just put a couple of things on his plate, and if he eats them all and he gets full, he gets full. He don't have a variety of stuff on his plate. Like I like to get a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
So,
And if I have potatoes and something, I usually mix my potatoes with macaroni and eat it or whatever.
all right,
We did a new macaroni too Thursday.
so you did some... You did, what was it?
Country fried steak.
Country fried steak. And then you had gravy. Yeah,
Potatoes.
you had gravy,
Gravy.
on the side. Then you had potatoes. Then you had green... What kind
Green
of...
beans.
Yeah, that had the potatoes and stuff in it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that.
Well,
We
yeah,
had
that-
2 potatoes.
that's
How
fine.
crazy was that?
And then like shells and cheese. And then so I like...
It wasn't shells and cheese.
Well, it's whatever.
It was a little different.
Yeah, but that's basically what it is. And I like that.
wasn't a shell.
So I got that. I got the potatoes. I got the country fried steak.
He left
I
the
got the
green
gravy.
off of his plate.
I only got so much room. And so I mean, that's why I tell you...
I think I'm ill at him. Sounds just like I'm ill.
I think so. Hey, please, do we have an email? Please comment this week on this. That yeah, y'all, you need to settle down. Get off Jody's back. I really need some support on this one, people. So please comment.
Anyway.
jratliff33@yahoo.com. Or at Spotify, you can leave a comment. I think you can on Apple also. But besides the point.
Anyway.
So I've only got so much room on the plate. So when I fill it up, and that's why I don't want you to make so many varieties, because I don't want one little spoon of every single thing on there. I don't roll
So
like
half
that.
the time I just make one thing.
No, you really don't. You always do that. And then you get mad when I
want
don't tell something.
variety.
I'm like, I can't help it. I can't help it if something it all doesn't get.
I don't want to
it.
eat just country fried steak. You got to have something that goes with it.
I mean, that's true, but when you get 3 or 4 other sides, it's like,
But
ooh.
it all sounded good. And it was good.
And it was good the next day. I took leftovers with me the next day, and it was good. But I think you threw away the green beans.
I did.
Why did you not put it in my to-go
There wasn't
plate?
no room.
I
And you
had
hadn't
plenty
eaten them,
of
so I
room.
just threw them away.
As she's smiling, smirking at me as she's saying this, like, you could have said it. You didn't have to throw it away.
Throwed it away because nobody eat it.
Well, my bad.
That's right. I'm not cooking no more. I'm done.
All right.
You
Well, you
know.
don't have to cook tonight. How about that?
Yeah, thanks. I had to go get it.
What is
Same
it that
thing.
What is it that I eat? You know, we got Domino's pizza, 20 of them. It grows every time I walk in there. We probably we got 7 pizzas probably. It seems like I
Well-
said 10. And
I got a free one. I had enough points to get a free one. So I got a free one. Then I got 2 more pepperoni. Nuh-uh. Yeah, that would have made 3. So I got 2 more pepperoni for Josh and Nicholas. I got you a marinara and garlic knots or whatever that's called.
so good.
And
That is so
then I knew you would eat that in one sitting. So I knew you had to have something else to eat. So I got you a chicken buffalo pizza.
good. I didn't know that.
And then I got me a extravaganza pizza. All of these are the $6.99 pizzas. And then I got a brownie.
And boy, that brownie
it.
is good.
It's gone.
It might be the best brownie that I've ever got from Domino's.
It was good. Like,
It
I
is
can't quit
moist,
eating it. I'm like,
and
take it
it's-
away.
Yeah, it's really soft. Really good.
Brownie cookie, not just a brownie. That brownie cookie, it's got that cookie in the middle or whatever it is.
It's a brownie.
Yeah, it was good. So, that's all.
Talking to the mic.
I said that's all.
I know, but you were like way over here when you said
Oh,
it. So.
well, sorry. I'm
That's
trying
what
to dodge the air because it's cold in here and the air's on.
I know. We finally turned the air on
I can't believe we've turned
2
the air
days
on.
ago, and I tried to get her to make it like at least one more day. Gets a little stuffy in the evening, but we turned the fan on. I'm just trying to hold out, but it was going to have to happen. But when you turned, I was in here. I think I was actually having to edit the other podcast episode that you won't let me talk about. And yeah, you turned it on. I told you not to, and I about froze because it does. The air flows right across the legs.
Might have done it on purpose.
That might be why I've got these socks on. I think that was the night I started wearing long socks because you was freezing me to death in here from that vent blowing on my legs.
Well,
How about that?
you never know if I'm going to be burning up or if I'm going to be freezing. So
there's
you might as
no
well have
doubt
a
about
jacket
that.
or you might as well be ready just to strip down
Exactly.
because you don't
Never
know. You never know with me.
Very strange.
Well, can't help it.
Is that an age thing?
No,
What is it?
nothing.
Huh?
Nothing. It's called losing 65 pounds of fat.
Oh,
So,
is that right?
yeah. When I lost my weight, that's when I started being cold. The end. Bye-bye. See ya. So, what have we been watching? I watched Something Without You the other night. You was in here. It was a documentary.
Oh, hey, I heard it. It was
I'll go back and watch it. I think I'll watch it again.
it was a documentary on a band.
Mm-hmm. My favorite band. Well,
Bon Jovi.
yeah. Maybe not my favorite, but a good one. So,
I don't know. Are they your? Would you say that's your favorite band? I would almost say because you like a lot of their songs, or I want not a lot of their songs, but it seems like 3 or 4 I hear all the time.
yeah. Are they my favorite? I don't know. I like them. I don't know that I call them my favorite. But that's the music I grew up with, so I like it. I used to have Nicholas in it. Now I don't know what he likes.
Yeah, I don't want to know what he likes.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was a documentary on Bon Jovi, so
how was it?
it was good. I could watch it again because you know me and watching stuff, I don't ever remember stuff, so
You know,
I can watch it again.
but you know, this just depends on how these documentaries are made. Some of these just aren't really good when they're talking about it, but
Yeah.
some of them are.
It started out like I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it or whatever, but then it got better. So
Was it long? Was it on like regular TV or was it on one of
no,
these?
Hulu. I don't remember which one it was on.
Hey, we got Hulu, Paramount, Peacock, Prime, Netflix.
And satellite. I need to get rid of satellite. We really don't watch it.
I've tried to tell you.
But I don't know how to get football because, like, remember last year we tried to get football and we can never get football. So,
Well, it was when, was it Disney was having the thing with
Yeah,
Spectrum?
and
it was on the opening. It was Thursday night
Yes.
football. It was Florida Gators.
we couldn't find it anywhere.
No, listen, no. And so right when kickoff was
Oh, yeah,
about to
because Nicholas
happen,
got mad.
it went dark.
Yep.
And they did that on purpose.
And then
And
he's
we were
like, I'm
so-
going to the gym and watch it. And we're like, how you going to watch it at the gym?
Yeah. But so that's when we started researching how to get this, and
I tried. I subscribed to Disney again so we could get it, but couldn't figure out how to get it
Yeah,
because it
it
said
wouldn't-
you would get ESPN or
Yeah, and
something,
then we
but I
didn't.
never could figure it out. Then I subscribed to something else that it's Sling TV or something.
Mhm.
No,
well,
I don't know.
the bottom line is there's too much variety, too many decisions.
And there's nothing on any of them, though. You sit there and flip for 30 minutes.
I know, and like,
And we don't like anything.
we're Auburn fans. So when the Tigers are playing and we're trying to say it's on CBS and then we need to figure out how to
Yeah, how you going to get
stream it.
CBS somewhere if you don't have satellite?
That's what I'm saying. But,
Pay for that one another $5.99?
yeah, by the time you try and figure out how to stream or shoot this to your phone or go to this link or all that stuff.
And what about weather? How I get James Spann?
Who's James Spann? A lot of people don't know who James Spann is.
James Spann's our weatherman.
Yeah, I would say down in the southeast,
Everybody knows James down
I would
here.
say we think so, probably not, but yeah, he's the man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very confusing.
So yeah, I don't remember which one it was on, but I watched.
We did YouTube TV when we had Direct TV.
Yeah.
Right, and it just went. It was just too expensive. Is that what we did?
It got on up there.
So, yeah, 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. It was right at Thanksgiving. I remember that. Because I was redoing our floor in the house. And I was trying to get the floor done before Thanksgiving Day. And I didn't have much left to do. And they came out the day before Thanksgiving. Spectrum did. They said they could have it in. Everything's fine. We had a strong signal, all this kind of stuff. And guess what happened?
It don't work.
It don't work. Wouldn't work. And the
FedEx guy took it down.
Well, you tell these stories like you leave
when was that?
Stop just a second. These stories, you like merge them all together.
Oh,
like that's like 3 days later or 4 days later.
Oh.
But the guy gave you his number, like the supervisor guy, and promised that we would have, internet, all that stuff that night. And then the guy said he put everything in, and we just weren't getting a strong enough signal down here.
Yep.
So guess what? The guy told you to call him, whatever, and you call, and what happens?
Answer.
He's not available.
He's not available.
Imagine that. So we didn't have anything. But anyway, so the dude that put the cable in, we live down a hill, and so the cable when you went up our driveway, the cable was on top of the roof of your car or truck as you went up the hill. And then anyway, so our neighbor had a package. Was it FedEx or UPS?
FedEx.
So FedEx dude pulls in to that house and doesn't realize there's a cable there, and he rips the cable out of the, I don't know, he made a mess and drug stuff, and actually took the AT&T line down also.
He took it all.
So nobody knew anything. It was a big catastrophe. And since we've had Spectrum, we haven't been happy with them.
No.
Because we just don't have a strong signal.
I think
it lags.
Just where we live.
Might be, but they shouldn't have told us that, hey, yes. Oh, yeah, it's fine. You have a strong signal. They've tested it. All this stuff. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But we tried the YouTube TV, and you liked it, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
I didn't like it. No, because it didn't give you
it a chance.
We kept it for a year. That's called a sea-doo. We had something outside that sounded like it was about to come through the window, and it's a sea-doo cranking up. No, we had YouTube TV for a year, but there's not a channel, a number. It just had like History Channel, ESPN, whatever. Yeah. So you had to scroll, and there was no way that we could figure out how to get your favorites so you could put it in some kind of order, some kind of system you had, like your top 10 or something like that. So I just got whatever. And then, like with Spectrum, I don't watch anything. I don't know what channel, anything is on. Don't watch anything.
You watch Fox News?
I don't either. I used to.
Well.
I couldn't tell you the last time I watched it.
No.
But every time I walk in the door, it's that stupid food channel.
I got to have noise, and that's the only channel you don't hear cussing and fussing and fighting and all that you
I can only take so much of Guy's grocery games or diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah, I like Guy. It's either that or...
There's too many games. Guy has too many games,
no,
too many shows.
Guy's got it.
No.
What's the HGTV? That one too.
Yeah. But I have no idea what channel that is.
Oh, I don't know what channel they are. I just know where they're at.
I have no idea. I don't even know what the local's on. I know I know to scroll up towards the top, yeah. And that's it, so. But I do not need any of that.
I know.
So, get rid of it.
Get it gone.
Get it gone.
Buy Spectrum.
So, by the time you do that, and you have an internet provider, if you don't have that through Spectrum or AT&T or whatever, I mean, it's just, ugh.
We have all this stuff, and sit in there and scroll for 20 minutes because there's nothing to watch.
I think everybody does that, though.
Do you?
I think so.
So if you have some suggestions on shows, we'd love for you to tell us. We'll critique them if you tell us. We'll go watch them and see what we think about them.
So you were talking about watching Bon Jovi, and so I saw Duran Duran had a documentary.
Oh yeah, I think I was in there when you watched.
Was it
that.
on Netflix?
I don't know.
It was okay. I like Duran Duran. I mean, of course, they're not my favorite, nothing like that, but I think it's interesting to find out a little bit about. But they didn't go into a whole lot of detail about their career and stuff. I mean, their album, some, but not as much behind the scenes as what I'd like to have seen. There was that show that used to come on. What was it? Behind the Music? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, VH1.
Yes.
Is VH1 still a channel?
No clue.
I don't even know.
No clue. But that was very good because it told you everything that was going on, in an artist's life, if it was mayhem or some kind of tragedy or anything like that. They went into all the details and it's pretty good. But this Duran Duran, I mean, it was all right. I mean, it wasn't as great as I was hoping it'd be.
I guess if I watch a documentary, I like the music documentaries the best.
Yeah, I agree.
We've watched several, although I can't think of any. We've watched several.
Yeah, I know. Well, we watched.
We like music.
Wham.
I mean, we watched.
I think
Wham.
I've talked about that before.
Yeah.
And I like George Michael was a good singer, but I had nothing. I did not know anything about Wham. I just knew the couple whatever hits they had before they broke up or whatever. But just to see how all that kind of got started, and I mean, it was neat. Oh yeah, if it's a documentary about an artist or a band,
even if you didn't like them.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
You didn't have to like them or whatever. It's just interesting to see their lives.
How they live their life and all that stuff.
Some of them not so good.
Oh, yeah, large majority of them. But that's the thing. You see how they've straightened up. They've had some kind of tragedy or whatever, and it's changed them. But a lot of times they're still not, on the right path. But, maybe they were into drugs or something, and they're not doing that anymore. But other than that, they're still living the kind of same lifestyle. But I watched now on Netflix. It's not Netflix. It's Prime, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Fallout.
I don't know.
It's based on a video game.
Yeah, I don't
about
like
some
it.
kind of nuclear. Anyway.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't
Zombies.
know. No, it's not zombies.
Not zombies.
No, it's kind of hard to explain.
It's weird.
Yeah, people have gone underground to survive this kind of like atomic blast thing, and
they all live in different. What's the word?
I don't know. I can't think what it.
Not tunnels. Oh my gosh.
We're gonna sit right here and wait on you.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
no,
I cannot think of it.
I'm gonna sit here and wait on you.
Oh, well, you're gonna be waiting a while. A lot of dead air. What is it?
I wanted to say tunnel, but it's not a tunnel.
It's not a tunnel. And then I want to say vector. What?
What's a vector?
I don't know. Sounded good.
I wanted to say cubicle too, but it's not a cubicle.
Then I thought of a pod.
Well, it's kind of a pod.
What?
I don't know.
What is the word?
I don't know. You woke Winston up. He got up. He is standing up and staring at me. He's like, What's going on?
What's the word?
Oh, it's
What is it?
I don't know, but anyway.
I'm gonna need you to get up and go figure out what this word is.
Yeah, I don't know.
They live in different.
It's like a sector.
A vector.
Sector. I think you were trying to say.
Maybe that's what I was trying to think.
You were trying to think of sector, and you thought vector instead.
What's it called?
I don't know. It's like a tunnel. Each one of them lives in a
like
separate.
A tunnel,
yeah, there's like a community there.
But they've made a community of it in different.
They're trying
sections.
Yeah.
But it's called something, and it's like the underworld.
Yeah.
Because the world's on the top of them.
The world's on top of them. They're underground, and life can't survive because it was like a nuclear blast, and they're waiting, for several hundred years.
I'm looking it up.
No, don't look it up. It's not that important.
It is very important. It's very important. What's the name of the show? I forgot.
Fallout.
Okay, so we're talking about the Fallout, and it's like an underground bunker, But that's still not the word that the main character calls it.
Yeah. But they're all
But
separate.
it's
They're
like-
connected, but
They're connected, but they're not.
Yeah, they're not allowed to enter each other's section.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's like I said, it's based on a video game. I don't know anything about the video game, but up on the surface of the planet, it's crazy, is what you would probably think.
Well, let's go back to the music. I like talking about music.
All right, since you like talking about music, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What did you grow up?
When I was growing up, my dad.
Hold on, you're gonna think early '80s, late '80s. Is this your first remembrance of, I guess, music, of what your dad might have?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. So we were always country music people, or older country music people. And like my dad played the guitar and stuff like that. And they would get together and play. They would play music. That's what so every weekend. So his favorite.
But your dad was left-handed, and he'd play
and he played upside down.
Yeah, he'd play a
the
right-handed guitar. He
would turn it upside down.
Yeah, and play it, which is
Weird.
strange. Yes.
Yeah. You just got to know, well, Michael.
And it sounded that way, too, by the way.
It didn't.
Yes, it did.
It sounded fine.
Good thing he'll never hear me say that.
Yeah. He has no clue.
I hope he never
has
figures
no
out.
clue.
He never figures out how to get out of this episode.
So, he loved Elvis. And so I've always liked Elvis too, growing up, because, that's the kind of music he would listen to. He would listen to the old music. But he would do this imitation of Elvis.
Mm.
Oh,
if it's the same one that I've seen.
It's the best. I don't know. We've always just been music people.
So was it all like country?
Yeah.
That he listened to?
Yeah. And the Eagles. The Eagles are not really country. I guess that's probably my first band that I really, really loved. Like, I really loved the Eagles.
I never really, they were okay.
I like them. But my dad and his,
We'll put it this way.
his Elvis.
So.
Only when he was, a nice way to put
a
it.
6-pack in.
I said a nice way to put it.
That's nice. I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen them.
He had a little help to get that Elvis impersonation out.
Yeah. That's the only time I saw it. Yeah.
And then we've been to Graceland twice.
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
And he's never been. I can't believe we've never took him to Graceland.
Yeah.
He would like it.
I don't know if I could stand it.
He would love it.
We
probably would never leave. They would have to kick us out.
Your dad is the type that he would see the little barricade thing up right there. I can go across. They ain't gonna mind me going over there.
Yeah.
In the jungle room. Oh yeah, I can touch that over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Speaking of Graceland, have you seen how much it costs to get into? We checked it out not too long ago.
Yeah, we're going to go just make a little trip up there. Yeah.
My goodness.
It's $70.
It was something like that.
Did I make that up? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. It was something like that.
And we went years ago.
So here's our Graceland story. Back in the day when it was a Friday evening, and I wanted to go gambling.
Oh, yeah.
And so
back when we didn't have kids.
So we went to Tunica, Mississippi, and just on a whim, and
those were fun times.
Yeah. So I had learned how to play craps. So craps was my game. So we went, and I'm not thinking anything about it. It's a Friday night. It's like a 5-hour drive.
Was it that long?
Yeah.
Oh.
We get there.
We were young.
Yeah.
That went nothing.
Yeah, the drive didn't
pack
mean
up and go after work.
Yeah.
It was nice.
So we get there at like 10 o'clock, something like that. I do some gambling, and guess what? There's no rooms available anywhere. I was never expecting that.
I got to back up a minute.
Okay. Back her up?
You got into a tournament, and you won the tournament and had to go back.
Well, no.
Or the high roller.
Yeah, this wasn't it.
That wasn't the same time?
No, this was not it, no. But thanks for mentioning that. Let everybody know that.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
this was a small part of our life of me gambling. We went to Tunica just a few times.
Yeah.
And this was 25 years ago, I guess. It wasn't long after we'd been married. A few years after we'd been married or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't gamble anymore. Or you really never did. I just played craps.
I just couldn't do it. That money I was putting in there, I was thinking, I could buy a new pair of shoes. I could buy some clothes.
Yeah.
I can come off with some money for some clothes and shoes, but to sit there and gamble, I just can't do it.
And I couldn't, I wasn't a card player or anything, but I had gone with a friend one time, and, the pit boss, the person behind the thing, with me and a friend of mine, won't you sniff one more time
I
right
think
now?
I will. Real loud. Won't you just call me out?
Yeah, sorry. Oh, my goodness, please stop. I'm going to mute that mic.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm out.
So me and a friend of mine, we was watching craps, and we was trying to figure out, and we watched it for like 30 minutes, and we still could not figure out a single thing that these people were doing, how they bet, what they were betting on, because there's so many bets. And the pit boss saw us and offered to help and just told us like the minimum bet and was showing us how to do, just starting off and stuff. And little by little, learn more and more. So anyway, I know, just to skip over what I was talking about a minute ago, so we went one time, and it was back when they had a high roller for the day. Whoever was the highest roller for that day got called back for a tournament. Well, we were there, and it was late at night, was it not?
Yeah.
And this was back when I drank. So I had ordered like a adult beverage, a beer. And I remember this like it was yesterday. The waitress came back with a Crown and Coke. And she walked off. I had no idea, and then I looked and I thought, well, I guess that's what I'm going to be drinking anyway. So I start playing craps, and I can't stop. It's like
that night we had a room there.
Yeah.
Because I went to the room.
Yeah,
and I took his money. I kept taking chips and putting in my pocket.
No, I was winning people money.
I know, but I would still take your chips and put them in my pocket.
Yeah. So, if we take the drinking part out, that was really, me starting that off as this thing acted like I was just just wasted and gambling. Maybe that's what it might have sounded like, but that's not it. But when I started gambling, I kept...
You didn't have a problem with gambling, okay?
No.
Let's put that out there.
No. But on this, what the craps is when you crap out, that means you lose.
We go from movies to music to craps to
That's
over
why,
the place tonight.
You always say squirrel because I'm not even on the story I was going to tell about Graceland. I know. So
we was talking about the king.
I know.
Elvis. So,
it goes around the table. When somebody craps out, the next person around the table, they give them the dice and roll. And so when I rolled, I'm not going to go into all of it. But anyway, I rolled, I think it was 42 straight rows. And I was making people money. And this was this was a table, if you've ever been gambling, to where when people are like hooping and hollering around the table because they're winning money, this is what this was, because I was winning people money. So I'd roll, win some money, win me some money. I'd roll again, and I did that 42 straight times until I crapped out. Well, I ended up being the high roller for the day and then got called back for a tournament. With that, and do you remember when I went back for the tournament, what happened?
I do. Yeah. We had to come back.
Yeah, so we got down there and barely got played in the tournament and then got the...
barely.
Yes.
And you got third?
Yeah, I got third.
Or second? No?
I think it was third.
Third or second?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway. Yeah, my mama wasn't doing good, so we had to come back that night.
Yeah.
That was a rough trip.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Back to the first time or whatever.
We're going back to Graceland now?
Let me back this up. This train up. So we got to Tunica. I gambled a little bit. Was going to get a room. None available. Go to like another hotel. None available. Well, so I just kept driving and driving until we got to like a Days Inn, and they had a room available. And by this time, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
It was late.
2 o'clock in the
morning.
morning. 3 o'clock.
Call it.
I have no idea. So we spend the night. I get up. walk out we're on like the second level. I walk out and I noticed what?
I'm just go.
Oh, you were looking around like I left something out.
I know. No, I just like we're here.
Oh, okay. You just give me the craziest look like I'd left something out.
You can't take my hints.
I don't know what that's not a hint. That's just a funny look.
I give you those all the time.
Yeah, so I walk out and I look down at the pool down there, and the pool is in the shape of a guitar, and I thought, man, that's pretty cool. And so anyway, so we go to check out or whatever and look across, and the hotel is right across from Graceland. Of course, we didn't know that at 3 o'clock in the morning when we got there, but so this is how we found Graceland.
Yeah.
So we ended up basically going straight over there to Graceland. And I think I remember it being cold. Was it not cold?
I think it was cold.
Yeah, it was like we weren't dressed for
We were not prepared for it.
And that was our Graceland. And it had a wonderful time.
Oh yeah,
it was great.
I liked it.
You know, they had little cassettes, the ear things.
You to them all.
Yeah, so you went at your speed. So when you got to a certain section or whatever, you listened to the recording, and then you could just pause it and keep looking at whatever. And then when you're ready to go to the next spot, you just hit play again. I have no idea. That tells you how long ago it was when you had a
cassette players.
cassette player. So there's no telling what they do now. But yeah,
that was fun travels.
That was
back in the day.
Yeah, but that was the end of our gambling career, and I guess the end of our Graceland. We went a couple more times. We took Nicholas one time when he was young, and that was a mistake because he
Big
was...
mistake.
Yeah, it was
You
just
didn't
hard.
care.
Yeah, it was hard to, when you got a little kid, it's just not the right place.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to go through it quick, and you don't want to do that when it's something like this, especially when you pay that kind of money.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't that much
It
back
was
then,
not that much.
No,
you would have never gone if it was that much.
No, it was probably... I bet it was still like $30 a person.
Yeah,
back
probably.
Then. Yeah. But I think
not
it's
70.
I think it's double now.
Yeah.
I don't think I could get $70 worth out of it. I mean, unless they're gonna let me go upstairs and go in the bathroom where Elvis
supposedly passed.
fell off the toilet.
So who's left?
What do you mean who's left? Priscilla.
Lisa Marie passed, right?
Yeah, and her kids passed, and
oh yeah. So just Priscilla.
Just Priscilla. She looks like the Catwoman. She's had so much plastic surgery. It's crazy. But she's, I don't know, 80s. She's in her 80s.
Wow.
But anyway, so what else on the
music? So we've been to several concerts. Jody used to go to concerts all the time before he met me. Before he never took me to any.
Before that, though, what else?
Couple.
Like the first stereo that you got for your room. What are you listening to?
Tiffany.
Tiffany?
You remember Tiffany?
I do remember Tiffany. Tiffany made it big in the malls. Did you know that?
No.
She started off doing these little concerts, or I say little, in these malls, yeah.
Probably Tiffany, some TLC. What's that?
Trying to get away into the night.
Okay, so apparently Jody knows exactly who Tiffany is. Okay.
I didn't know I was broadcasting over here. I should have hit that mute button.
So I guess some TLC. Oh, no. Hold up. I used to have this poster of this boy band. No, they weren't.
Menudo.
No, I don't know who that is.
Do you not?
I know that name, but I don't know.
You didn't know who Menudo was?
I don't think so.
Really?
Hanson.
Oh, yeah, Hanson. Bop.
Hanson. Or I got another one for you.
Well, when was Hanson? Was the 90s?
Yeah, that's not who I'm thinking of. Who are they? The Nelson brothers.
I was going to say
that's
twins.
it. The Nelson
blonde
brothers.
Hair? Blonde hair.
Blonde hair. New Kids on the Block.
So
that's all of mine.
So the Nelson brothers, were they not the sons of Ricky Nelson that died in a plane crash? Or
yeah, that's them.
I'm reaching.
Yeah.
And what was the other
that's
one?
my memory.
What was
you got
the other
New
one?
Kids on the Block. They're Nelson brothers were Nelson twins. Is that the name?
Nelson Brothers is
that's a trucking company, isn't it?
It's a local explosive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sell explosives or whatever.
They had long blonde hair, and I remember having a poster of them. Does anybody do posters anymore? Are posters a thing?
I don't know. What's that other?
Like, I used to have posters all over my room.
What's that group that had the long hair when you said that? More Than Words? That sang that song?
No.
No, it's an acoustic song.
Who is
I
that?
don't want to sing it because I've already
Sing it,
embarrassed
Joe.
myself one time.
Who is that? Who sung that? More Than Words?
You know what I'm talking about?
I do know the song you're talking about. I like the song.
Yeah. Because, that's back when MTV was the thing.
Yeah.
And you could, I could watch MTV all day long back in the day.
Used to.
Yeah, but
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea anything about it.
I don't know anything about it
Do they
now.
even make music videos for songs
That's what
anymore?
I was going to say. Do they even do videos anymore?
Yeah, probably not. Because if they did, you'd stream it, right?
I guess
you
so.
could get it off of YouTube or off of their Instagram or whatever, however all that works. What about rock and roll? You said Bon Jovi, but that was kind of later, wasn't it? Was you fans of them when you were younger? Or what did that get?
I think so. I think I always have been Bon Jovi.
I liked all the country singers.
Oh, yeah. The country back then was it.
Yeah.
Your Alan Jackson and
George Strait.
And
I liked all the older Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash.
oh, yeah.
I like all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I like all them. We went to a music festival one time with George Strait, Tim McGraw, what was her name? Black hair. I don't know if she still sings.
Me and you, we went.
Yeah.
There's been so many. I can't. Was this at Legion Field?
It was at a field. It was like an all-day thing.
And this was we had front row, center stage. Yeah,
we had good tickets.
Yeah, but I know
Gretchen Wilson.
Was it?
Was it?
I don't think so.
I thought so.
Maybe so.
When Tim and Faith were just starting, or was she pregnant?
I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
How are you figuring all this stuff out and everything? Whenever I talk about stuff, you have no clue, and now you're throwing out Gretchen Wilson and what's her name was pregnant.
Yeah, Faith Hill, Tim McGraw.
Okay.
Because wasn't she pregnant before they got married?
I have no idea. Pregnant before they got married? I don't think so. It's funny how we talk about all this stuff, trying to figure stuff out, and we give them these little black boxes. We can look it up. We can find
I ain't
out.
got no time for that.
I know.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. But which I've seen George Strait probably 10 times, shook his hand twice.
I don't want to hear it.
Do you know that? Because I joined our seats one time. He was in the round, and our seats joined I was on the railing right there where he walked in and out of. When he walked in for the concert, I think it was when he walked in.
What was our wedding song?
Well, he sang it.
Was he there?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So when he walked in, shook his hand.
He still didn't answer the question.
When he walked out, because I was in the middle of talking about this, and when he walked out, shook my hand again. I just can't remember if it was the encore, when he came back out, when he handshake, but he's one of the two. But it was twice when I shook his hand. Yep. Still hadn't washed that hand, by the way.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah.
But Alan Jackson, same thing. I've seen him.
Oh, yeah. I like Alan Jackson.
Garth Brooks. Saw him.
I had never seen him.
Yeah, back to back. He's like 3 nights.
You took somebody else in my place. That's right.
I didn't say that. I just said I went and saw him twice.
Took somebody else.
Oh, my goodness.
Here we go.
Mm.
All right.
So I even saw Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, I like Hootie.
Yeah. I cannot remember who. I wish I could remember who opened for them, but I have no clue. I do not remember. I saw Robert Plant. And you know who Robert Plant is?
You're going to tell me.
Well, of course I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to find out if you know.
I know the name.
He was the lead singer
of your favorite band?
for
Led
Zeppelin. Yeah. Saw him.
By himself?
Seen. Oh, yeah. But, he had an opening act. I don't remember who it is, yeah.
You wasn't Led Zeppelin?
No. They haven't been together.
Oh.
They broke up in 1980. They've only rejoined a few times.
So he just went solo?
Yeah. But he did a thing with Alison Krauss.
Oh, I like them. Yeah.
And they actually came not too long ago to Birmingham, and I actually would have liked to go and seen it. Hank Williams Jr., seen him. I'm trying to think of all.
You've been to a lot.
So many I can't. I've seen Tim McGraw, I guess Faith, I don't know how many times too. Kentucky Headhunters, you remember them? Mm-hmm. John Michael Montgomery.
Oh, yeah, I like him.
I had front row for Reba McEntire.
She's my favorite. And you don't even like her.
Clay Walker.
You don't even. Oh, yeah. I like some
They
Clay
were in
Walker.
It was the same concert.
I like some Clay Walker.
Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah, they're okay.
I had front row for them.
Gary Allen?
No. He wasn't out there.
He wasn't big, was he? He just had a couple of songs. We like music.
Yeah. I don't want to bore everybody with me trying to figure out how the artists that I've seen. I wish I had a list of, but I have seen a ton back in the day. Because that was back when you used to camp out for tickets. When
you had to go in line for tickets. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. At Bruno's?
Food World. You'd have a
sound shop.
That's when we used to have
a sound shop at our mall. Man.
You'd stay in line till they opened at 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
And that's when tickets went on sale, or whenever they went on sale. You might have got in earlier before.
Oh, yeah, you got in. You got in line way earlier.
Oh, yeah, we camped out a lot of times.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. It was crazy. I wouldn't camp out for nothing.
Not me.
I don't care who you are. I'm not camping out for.
I was too young.
I know. I don't care about none of that stuff enough anymore. I wouldn't probably go to... Well, we've been to Toby Mac a couple years ago.
Oh, it's been more than a couple.
Well, I know. Time flies.
It's been a minute.
Hadn't been too long.
Yeah.
Crowder.
Yeah. Was it called Winter Jam or whatever?
Yeah, Winter Jam.
Yeah, those are the last concerts that we've been to.
Yeah.
How our music taste has changed.
Yes, yeah. Hard rock, drinking, the praise music, praise and worship music now, which is good.
I still like the other stuff.
Oh, yeah, as long, But if you think about it, all these songs are terrible. The lifestyle of what they're talking about in these songs. Yeah. We're singing them all day long,
Yeah.
And if you think about it, it's like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But but Led Zeppelin, I would say, is my favorite, which I rocked them out. I think I listened to probably 3 or 4 of their albums today, as much pressure washing and outside work that I did. I have put
You wear them out.
Well, I really don't. It's just maybe last Saturday and this Saturday I've gone on Spotify and I've got them.
That's because you listen to podcasts so much.
I do.
You don't even have any more to listen to. Like you have.
Well, I'm caught up on everything and I cannot find anything else. I don't know really how to go out there and just look for a podcast to listen to. So like on Saturdays, a lot of times I'm just going into there and finding some music like this and just listening to albums. I'll listen to, a couple of, like the time I had today, I listened to 2 full albums of Led Zeppelin. It's crazy. Crazy.
While I was getting groceries and 20 pizzas.
Yeah. Well, what would
and working my booth.
Which would you rather be doing? Getting 20 pizzas, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Hmm.
All right.
Well, I didn't ever really get into all the stuff that I listened to when I was younger, but that's fine. We're out of time.
Led Zeppelin's all you listen to. Hank.
No, I don't listen to Hank. I mean,
You didn't.
I don't.
Listen
Well,
to
I don't.
Hank?
Yeah. I'd said that. I'd saw him in concert.
Oh, yeah.
I think I said that. Did I not?
Yeah.
But I don't listen to. No, every once in a while, there's like an oldies thing that I get on, and I'll listen to, some old country. But mostly it's just podcasts. She's going down, I can tell. She can't hardly keep her eyes up over there. She was
out.
a talkaholic starting off, and now I can tell her battery is drained.
It's gone. Well, we've been on long enough. We've took up enough people's time.
We've almost got an hour. Can you believe that? Well, that's good. I'm proud of you.
Well,
I'm going to go
I get next week off because it's Mother's Day, so I get next week off.
Nope.
Yep.
You say this every week. You're like, we're taking this week off. And I'm like, no, get in there.
No.
We're going to talk.
We get a week off.
You're going to talk into this microphone.
No.
I promise it won't last long.
Nope.
And then,
I'm done next week.
And then next week it'll be the same thing. I'll be dragging in here, do it again.
If you just put me on a TikTok live, I can do that all
What
day
is the
long.
deal with you and TikTok lives? I just want you to say, look, say that this.
I don't like to sit here and talk into a microphone and nobody's
This
talking
is like
back to me.
I mean, this is an open mic.
Open
Release what you've got. Tell the world what you want them to hear. It might not be what they want to hear, but tell them what you want them to hear.
I don't know, because they're not talking back to me.
Well, that's fine.
It's not.
Well, maybe they'll comment on what you.
I need them to comment and tell me some stuff.
Yeah. What did we ask? I don't even remember what we asked them earlier to comment about. Oh,
Shows.
but I do need them to be on my side. That's right.
No. Yeah. And by the way, my friend is live right now on TikTok. I need to go. I got to go show her the love.
Well, then you need to tell her that you got a podcast that you've been recording.
They talk about my podcast.
Well, I bet they don't. Do they really?
Yeah.
Do they listen?
I don't know. That one girl did. She said, hey, I listened to your first podcast today.
That's right, because she commented on she didn't know that you had been bit by a copperhead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa. Back up. That made me think of a story this week. Hold up.
Here we go.
All right.
We just thought this episode was over.
Rewind. We're not done yet. Or we could save it for next week.
No, let's just go ahead and
okay, so I've been walking a little bit around lunchtime or whatever, going up our long driveway.
Hold up.
Oh,
Before you get into that, whatever story you're going to tell, I just want to say it's taken 26 years for me to finally get my wife to start walking with me. I want to walk. I remember when we used to vacation at the beach, I'd always want to walk the beach. I'd be like, see how far, see that pier way down there? It looks like about 3 miles. We're going to it.
And I'm like, no.
And you're like, I might go about 100 yards and I'm turning around.
I'm back.
So, and then as many times as I've tried to get you to walk our road and stuff, and I've got you to do very few times in the last several years. And
it's the driveway that gets me. I want to drive to the top of the hill and then I'll go walk.
Okay. All right. Go ahead with your story. I just want to say that.
So anyway, I've been walking about a half a mile to start out with because, you need to start out slow.
Hey, buddy.
So, you're broadcasting over there.
No, I'm sorry. I'm petting Winston. He came over.
So
to say
anyway, I'm going up. Was it Friday? Yeah, Thursday. Anyway, one day, and our neighbor has a dog, and he has the Invisalign or
Santa Claus neighbor,
whatever the underground fence. Where the dog can't.
Invisible fence.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm in my studio back there. Ooh, I'm gonna call it a studio. I like that.
Studio / laundry room.
Yeah. Darn it. I have to share my studio with the laundry room. Yeah. Anyway, so the dog is just going crazy, barking. And I'm like, fine, I'm just going to go out there. I don't take anything. And y'all know how I am with snakes. And I don't take anything with me. I'm walking up there and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go by and just glance over there and I'm going to keep walking. Well, sure enough, I see something going in the ground like it's digging. The dog is digging after it or like jumping, like he was jumping at it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a snake. The snake is striking at him and he's jumping or whatever. So I come back down. And I see what it is. I come back down and I call Jody. And it is an armadillo. Well, first I thought it was a possum. And then I'm like, the tail just wasn't right for a possum. I'm like, I don't think that. And I couldn't think of an armadillo at the time.
So you called me and you're trying to explain this to me.
I'm trying to explain to him. He's like, well, go over there and take a picture. I ain't going over there. What if it is a snake and not a armadillo? This dog is going crazy after that thing. I mean, he has dug it out. The neighbor has a little fence right there. It was right by his air conditioner unit. And so I'm like, what if that thing gets up in his air unit? It's going to mess it up. So sure enough, Jody gets home and he goes up there.
You mean take over?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I walked over there to it, and when I got over there, I saw where the hole had been dug. And when I saw the hole dug, I'm like, this is an armadillo. And me and the dog, we both kind of, well, he put his nose in there. I didn't put my nose in there, but I saw his tail sticking out right there, so I got a stick. And I videoed this when I was doing it, so I'll tell you, I will put this video on there. I'll cut it because I videoed for a couple of them. Because you actually was coming home. You drove down the drive when I was over there.
Yeah.
But I had a stick in there, and I was trying to pry his tail up because I thought that dog was going to grab him by the tail, and I thought, I want to see him try and drag it because you cannot drag an armadillo out of its hole. There is no way because them mugs lock in with their claws. And I remember one time we had one get on our property, and I had to dig around. I didn't know, and I drug him out by his tail after I, dug all around him. And, but I had a glove on, but later on I found out, is it lupus? I think it's lupus.
I don't know.
That, they carry the disease, so you have to be.
I wouldn't go close to it. I just kept seeing that tail, and so y'all know I'm not doing it. And Jody's like, well, you got something in the house that you can take care of that. I'm like, I don't even know how to work the thing. He said, you just.
What are you talking about?
A pew pew.
A pew pew. Pew, pew.
He said, you just point and pull the trigger. And then he said, well, I probably wouldn't do that since it's close to the air conditioner.
Yeah, you're like standing right next to his heat pump, and then you got a dog like 2 foot away also. So I'm like, no, and it's just an armadillo.
I didn't take a stick. I didn't take nothing.
And that's the thing I've always told you. Whenever you walk, I've got a stick right outside. Just a walking stick. Had it for 20. We got it in Gatlinburg probably 25 years ago.
Probably.
And I've still got it, and I carry it. If I'm going walking, just grab it, and you got it with you. Can if that thing came a rushing you, you be bopping on the head.
I'd be dropping the stick running.
That would be
I'd be rolling down the hill.
I want video of that.
I'd be rolling down the hill.
You running down the hill and an armadillo running after you.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
No.
That would be funny.
So that was my story for this week
So
while
he's
I was
still
on my
there.
staycation.
Yeah.
I think he is still there.
Oh, yeah, he is.
still barks at
Yeah,
me.
he's still in that hole right there.
What's he going to do?
That's his living quarters for now. Yeah, when they dig in, that's it.
How's he eat? What's he eat?
They eat grubs.
Oh,
Do you not remember last year they tore it? It looked like somebody
the yard.
It looked like they got a plow
Yeah.
and dug up our whole yard in one night. It was a disaster. And they just get that little nose and they just poke around and any kind of grubs and worms and stuff like that. They go to town on them.
So that's my story for the week. So I gave you 2 weeks worth, so we're off next week.
Pew pew. I like that. If you ever call a gun a pew pew.
Well, you have to watch what you say on TikTok, so I didn't know if you have to watch what you say on here too, so I done a pew pew.
Gun. There it is.
We're banned.
Yeah. Oh well.
So
You did good. You did real good. I'm happy for you.
So I'm off next week. Happy Mother's Day.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I
We
am.
will be here next week. So y'all remember, every Monday, what do?
You like,
You listen.
you listen, you download, you like it, you thumbs, give us a thumbs.
All that.
Y'all know the drill.
Leave us a comment.
Y'all know the routine.
Email us.
I wish somebody'd leave us a comment.
Everybody be on my side this time. That's all I'm saying.
What are they on your side for?
Well, hey, if you listen on Spotify, it asks you a question. What do you thought about this episode? Leave a comment
We
about.
know it's all squirrely, but
No.
that's our lives. So
Leave a comment on how mean Amanda was to Jody. Please do that.
leave it and see what happens next week.
And then if I see that there's a lot of them, whatever, I will comment on the next one. If there's just a very few, I'll just let it go. But I might if you leave a comment, I'll publish it.
Yeah.
I can publish it and get it out there.
Go for it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
Go for it. Anyway.
But if they're all on your side, you'll never know.
Exactly.
I'm not saying anything about it. All right, we're gonna get off this thing.
All right, let's go eat some of that pizza.
All right, we appreciate y'all listening, and we
See
hope you
ya.
enjoy it. Talk to you later.
Out.
Bye.